Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well in quarantine right now with the coronavirus going on. Today I want to talk to you about some of the best types of protein that we should be consuming whenever we're working out, things we should watch out for, and lots of things that we should also avoid. Because if you guys don't know, lots of proteins are actually full of artificial flavors, and it's just a lot of calories and chemicals that we don't actually need in our body. So we can avoid these at all costs, then we're actually doing a lot of good things for our body and just avoiding a lot of the bad side effects, which I will get into later in the video. I am filming in my house right now, and I got a really bad glare from the light behind me, so I just put up a blackout curtain blanket. Keep watching, and I'll get into some of the proteins and some of the stuff that we should be watching out for. So let's start with the first question. What types of proteins should we be consuming? First and foremost, natural proteins are the best option just because they have the most purest form, I would say. But if we want the total package, then we obviously look to protein powders, and these are things that contain the full amount of the vitamins and nutrients that we need to help with protein synthesis in our body after we work out. This means that we're repairing our muscles to the best of our advantage, and consuming these protein powders will help us help rebuild our muscle to the best of our advantage. So there are two common proteins that we see a lot of every day. These are whey protein and casein protein. So whey protein is actually a faster digesting protein that releases amino acids into your bloodstream right away. That's why you see a lot of bodybuilders and people who just go to the gym who work out every day and they want to take something faster to plenish their muscles. They're probably going to focus on a whey protein isolate. Why whey protein isolate? This is actually the highest form of the whey protein. It's not just a simple whey protein, but it's the highest and purest form that we can take. And this will ultimately help our bodies replenish and help with the release of amino acids into our muscles that will help in repairing them and building them back up to help them become stronger and better. Next we have casein protein, and what a casein protein does is it helps release amino acids slowly into your muscles overnight. It doesn't have to be overnight, but it releases a slow amount into your muscles, and it helps with again with protein synthesis. And this is going to help repair your muscles, but it's not like a fast acting like a whey protein would. It's slower digesting, and it will still do the same benefits, but it just does it in a slower amount of time. That's why if we're going to be working out, we want to focus on a whey protein and not a casein protein. We should probably take a casein protein if we want overnight, and this will help the slow digestion period, and it will release essential muscle building amino acids that will help us repair our muscles and feed them over a slow period of time and aid in muscle recovery. There's also a big discussion on when's the best time to consume a protein shake, but according to the American Journal of Physiology, the best time to consume a shake is actually before workout, not after, and this is not really what we're used to, but I've been always doing it after my workouts, but I'm going to give it a try and see if I see any difference. But there you go, it's up to you. You guys can do a little bit more research into this, but according to them, it's because if you consume a protein source right before your workout, our muscles can actually aid in that recovery faster, and it will help us. Whereas if we have it right after, it's not that it won't help us, it just won't be as essential to us. Do your own research. You guys can find out what works for you, but I'm gonna keep trying it before workout and see what happens. As I just mentioned previously, the two most common types of protein we see are whey protein and casein protein, but there are also different types of protein. The one that I was actually talking about last week in my video, the one I'm supposed to be getting, it's been a month now, I still haven't got it, is plant-based protein. And I'm really looking forward to trying that because it has lots of natural probiotics in it. It doesn't have any lactose in it like whey isolate does. So I'm also looking forward to that, just seeing how my body's going to react. So while I'm looking forward to getting my plant protein source from Live Body, I have to be careful because it's not seen as a complete protein source. And why is this an issue? What's this mean? It means that I'm going to have to consume higher amounts of it to get my total amount of nutrients I will need in muscle recovery. Because unlike whey protein isolate, it has the complete amino acids that we need in our muscle recovery, whereas a plant-based protein doesn't contain all those essential amino acids. That's why we would need higher amounts of it, or to get the same amount as a whey protein isolate does in one dose, I would probably need 2 doses with a plant-based protein. So I'm going to have to supplement it with other sources of natural proteins to help me aid in my muscle recovery. That being said, there is also a lot of proteins on the market. Those 3 are not the only types. There's so many brands. We just need to be mindful of what we're going to be consuming. We need to be really watching what are in the ingredients in each protein that we're drinking, because there's a lot of extra calories and sugars and fillers in there that honestly we just don't need. We just need a straight to the point, simple whey protein isolate, or a casein protein, or a plant protein that just gets us the benefits we need. So I'm going to go through a couple, show you guys the ingredients with a couple different brands and companies, and just things that you guys should watch out for. Talk about the elite casein, the one I was just talking about before. This is from Diabetic, 25 grams of protein, 5 grams of BCAAs, 5 grams of glutamine, and 1 gram of sugar. But we need to, like I said, be mindful of, because we can't just read what's on the package. We need to look at the ingredients. And one of the first things I see on here is that they have sunflower oil and maltodextrin. So maltodextrin is actually like a starch, like it's a corny starch powder. It's actually made as a filler and helps keep protein powder preserved longer. But if you guys don't know this, maltodextrin is actually really high in the glycemic index. So if we're diabetics, we shouldn't be consuming any protein powders with maltodextrin, because this means that it's going to actually make our sugars spike really bad. We also need to be really mindful of added sugars in our proteins that we don't need. So this protein, or casein protein, contains sucralose. That's really hard to avoid. I mean, a lot of proteins have them. It's just a sugar alcohol, and it's a substitute for normal sugar, except our bodies don't actually know how to digest sugar alcohols. So that means that they're actually going to go into our body and they're actually just going to rot in our gut until we eventually get rid of them. So this is really bad. You're going to experience some side effects that really protein powder shouldn't be giving you. You also need to avoid other fillers like canola oil and sunflower oil. I mean, they don't need to be in our protein. They're not benefiting us in any way. These are just fillers, and they're actually not good for us at all. So if we can avoid them at all costs, please do so. So also, one of the things we want to make sure is that protein we're consuming, if it is a whey protein isolate, we don't want grain-fed cows. We want grass-fed cows, because grain-fed cows are fed fillers, and if we're ingesting protein that comes from them, we're ingesting those fillers. So we want to focus on grass-fed cows, because cows are not supposed to be eating any grain at all. It's supposed to be all natural and grass. So if we're eating grass-fed cows, we're getting the best benefits, all natural, farm-to-table type of product. Casein protein in here, all natural flavors, no artificial flavors. That's really good. And they have monk fruit. So monk fruit is a great alternative to sugar and sweetener. It's natural and it tastes sweet. Super good, really not bad for you. Next, we have our diesel protein, New Zealand whey protein. Has 24 grams of protein, amazing taste, easy to mix, birthday cake, yum. 120 calories per scoop, 1.5 grams of sugar that are naturally occurring from grass-fed and pasteurized raised New Zealand cows. So this means that this protein source is not from feedlot where these cows have been fed in grain to fatten them up and full of chemicals. This is from cows that have been eating all grass, healthy, again, farm-to-table, natural substances. Next, we have what I think is probably my favorite, and I'm probably going to switch over to it if I don't get my Live plant protein, but it's MuscleTech Essential Series Platinum ISO 0, the purest whey protein isolate available, no artificial sweeteners or calories. So the ingredients are natural flavor, soy, stevia leaf extract. It's pretty simple, straight to the point. So this stuff has like no artificial fillers or anything that's too bad for us. I mean, total carbohydrates are 0, sugars are 0, 25 grams of protein and only 100 calories per scoop. To summarize everything I just went over, we need to be mindful of whey proteins that contain maltodextrin. Remember, this is a filler. We don't need it. Yes, it preserves your protein's powder life longer, but it's very high in the glycemic index and horrible for people who are diabetics. Second, we need to be mindful of things with sugar alcohols in them, because our bodies don't know how to digest this, and it will end up rotting in our gut and give us things like indigestion. Our stomach will bubble because it doesn't know what to do with it. It will also give you gas, it will make you bloated. It might even give you nausea and diarrhea. So if you guys are taking these products and you're not sure what might be causing that, who knows, it could be actually a product in your whey protein. This is the same for any product as a filler, also maltitol. It's not good for you. It's the same as like maltodextrin. It will cause you that gas and the bloaty and the bubbly stomach. So we want to stick with natural sugars like things like erythritol and stevia leaf, not things like sorbitol or artificial sweeteners. Don't provide a benefit for us. So if we stick with the natural stuff, it's actually still better for us even though we're consuming sugar. So if you guys are taking away anything from this today, just go home, check in your pantry or wherever you keep your protein, look at your ingredients, see if your protein is a whey protein isolate. Again, that's the purest form. We don't want any sugar alcohols in there. We want in all natural flavors. We don't want any fillers like maltodextrin and maltitol. We want natural sugars like erythritol and stevia leaf extract. We don't want sorbitol. We just want farm-to-table, natural grass-fed. If you guys want whey protein isolate, it does have lactose in it, just has smaller amounts. But if you guys are trying to avoid and you want a vegan protein, look into plant-based options. But remember, they don't have the full amount of amino acids. So they don't have that full protein package to help in muscle recovery and protein synthesis. Hope this message helps you guys today. Have a great day and stay safe with the COVID.